sir.
Mike 58, right there.
Here we go.
This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Breeze. And this will be incomplete. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. He's got a man open, it's Cameron Meredith. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the foot.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, LA! That's a punt return of 89 yards as his guys are able to corner.
Ready, 95-56.
No.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 20 carries and even 60 yards and a touchdown.
And we all know he had a big workload last week, so I'm eager to see if they decide to back him off a little bit. Personally, I hand it to him 20-plus times again. When a running back's locked in like he is, I want him to keep touching the football.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Breeze. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Cameron Meredith, the intended target. But now it's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Shotgun now for Breeze. And this is going to be incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing.
Sit down.
Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position. So that flag will...
Ready? Yellow lady. Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
On 1st down, Breeze. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time to have a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Oh, I can pick it
Another
up.
throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Looking to go back to Thomas again, but now it'll be 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Breeze now. And he hits his man, Matthews. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a 1st down.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. It's our time.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball,
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well. One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
If he would have blocked,
I looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive...
Ready? You ready? I know he ain't got it.
Breeze now on first down. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. 21-0 our score after 1.
Ready? Yellow lady.
On 2nd down, Kamara.
That's how we
and
stopped
that
him.
play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Now Breeze. And he finds Cook. And all the way down to the 26. It's a big play there for the Saints. 49 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Breeze. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. To throw, it's Breeze. And brought in by the tight end Cook. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Breeze. And this is caught for the ground. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
And Lutz puts this one through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3.
Field goals.
Set. 5-9. Right there. 54 Mike.
They begin on the ground with Kamara.
It's not tackle.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. On 2nd down and 4. Breeze. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. To throw is Breeze. And that is incomplete.
Does look like another 3 and out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
This is fielded at the 7. And there he goes again. Touchdown. One of the best punt returns we'll see, 93 yards. And the Rams
Ready? You ready? Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I'm trying to collect.
Throwing on first down is Breeze.
Oh,
That'll be
he didn't
complete
go
to
up
Cook.
and picked it off.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. To throw
Give me
again on
that.
second
Oh,
down.
there's the phone.
Breeze. Now Breeze lost the football. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Allen.
Oh. Get caught. Get right.
95-56. I'm coming for you, Mom.
On first and 10, here's Breeze. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
Offense.
That's going to set them back 5 yards. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Give him 3 yards there, as that'll take us to 4th down.
We often talk of situational football.
Ready. 5-8, 5-8.
Oh, no blitz.
Kill. Check.
They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one, and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Bro, y'all would bring this dude over here.
Again, it's Kamara. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Breeze now to throw.
Let's go. What?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. And it's fielded at the 34.
Oh, that got speed. Right?
A great return there. Bobbing and weaving his way for 31.
Ready. 95-56. 95-56. Right. He's done right here. He's done on the right.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara.
Oh,
He's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on this.
No, I just stayed back in my position.
And now he's free. 30. And all the way down to the 26.
That's the longest run of the day, though.
Nothing fancy there, a little smash mouth football right up the gut on the dive, and it turns into a huge play.
You talk about the fastest way to the secondary. Right up the gut as you described and sprinted into the secondary for a long, long run.
He gets it to Matthews, complete. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Back now in Los Angeles. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Samson Abuka in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
And this one is right down Broadway. And they'll get back 3, but this...
That's all they can do.
Ready? Yellow waiting.
All right, bet.
You got ready, tackle.
Breeze now
Stack
on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And Matthews makes the ground. That catch good for 5. It's third down. The Saints on third down, just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is 3rd and 11. And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Taken in at the 22.
No, I should have just kept on running. I tried.
Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return.
5-9. Watch 41. Watch 41. Single receiver.
Breeze going to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Murray. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Throwing again on second down. Breeze. And this is hauled in by Matthews.
Right there, I would have sacked
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. From the gun on third down, Breeze. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
Are they running?
Again, it's Breeze. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Throwing now is Breeze. And Cook has it left side. Cook struck, the ball's out. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make... It's been pretty sentimental.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.